that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day, down in Alabama, with its vicious racists, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification, one day right there in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted, and every hill and mountain shall be made low. The rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight, and the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. This is our hope. This is a faith that I go back to the South with. With this faith, we will be able to hew out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope. With this faith, we will be able to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day. This will be the day. This will be the day when all of God's children will be able to sing with new meaning, my country, tears of thee. Sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride. From every mountainside, let freedom ring. And if America is to be a great nation, this must become true. And so let freedom ring. From the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire, let freedom ring. From the mighty mountains of New York, let freedom ring. From the heightening Alleghenies of Pennsylvania, let freedom ring. From the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado, let freedom ring. From the curvaceous slopes of California. But not only that, let freedom ring from Stone Mountain of Georgia. Let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee. Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi, from every mountainside. Let freedom ring. And when this happens, and when we allow freedom ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
Do you feel the vibes? Yo, and with that, we say welcome into the hottest sports podcast in the South, the best damn sports podcast, period. You know what this is. This is Sentell's Intel live on YouTube. I am your host, the sensational Sentell Wiseman, and it's MLK Day, and I just that gives me chills. That I just have to celebrate this day and celebrate a man who embodies everything that should be what this country should be about. Forget the country. What this world should be about. Loving one another regardless of what you look like, the color of your skin, your sexual orientation, your religion, whatever. That's how the world should be. And many years later, we're still facing some of these same obstacles. But in the spirit of the MLK Day, that speech is marvelous. At its core, it's just brilliant. It's what the world should strive to be. And speech, he may not get that with you at the time he said that, and who knew this long afterward we would still be fighting and hoping to get to that place because we're still so far away. But this is a sports show, so we're gonna get to it. Hope everyone has had a fabulous MLK Day. I know I have. I didn't have to work today, so but that had nothing to do with the day. But I'm off. So, well, welcome into the show, man. We got a lot to get into. Obviously, NFL yesterday conference championship game. What a couple of fabulous football games that are being marred by what else officiating. And we'll get to the officiating in just a moment. But just two really good football games. In the AFC, you had the Patriots and the Chiefs. In the NFC, you had the Rams and the Saints. NFL Super Bowl is now set. Matchup Rams and the Pats. And we'll get into yesterday's game, and then we got 2 weeks to ad nauseum to talk about the Super Bowl and the matchup, and we'll get all of that good stuff. But it's an Overreaction Monday, so that means I get to hear from you guys. Hopefully, comments, phone calls, what you thought about yesterday's game. Moving forward, also there is a poll question up on the Sentell Facebook page. Do you think that the NFL should start reviewing possible pass interference plays? I say hell to the no. Human error is a part of the game, part of all sports. It's been that way since the beginning, and you're gonna have bad calls. So the way it goes to me. So I say no. But you have a right to vote because it's up there. It's a democracy, so you can vote how you see fit. If you say you want to, hey, I will argue with you about it, but that's your opinion, just like my opinion. And we're gonna get into that. We'll talk a little college basketball action from the weekend. We also have some college games ongoing right now. Top 25. At this current moment, we got a few games involving top 25 teams. Well, actually, two are playing right now that I know. My fan base is hard. We got the Tar Heels are playing right now. They are up 55-39. The 11 ranked Tar Heels against the 15th ranked Hokies. 10th ranked second half. And we have Michigan State, the number 16. They're hosting number 13 Maryland Terrapins, and it's 47 Michigan State, who's really good as of late. And later on the night, you'll have the number 9 ranked Kansas Jayhawks taking on the Iowa State Cyclones, ranked number 4. That's what's happening right now. Get into action over the week. And then we're gonna talk about a little bit of NBA. It's that time of the year after the years, so it's time to focus on the NBA. We had a big comeback over the week. And all of that. But again, Reaction Monday. I mean, this is your program. This is your show. I need comments. I need phone calls. I need the interaction. I need all of that stuff. That's Damn Sports Podcast, period. So, as I talk about these fair games, let's get into them. In the afternoon window, it was NFC Championship round 13-3 Saints down in New Orleans. That's what the locals say, New Orleans. Down in New Orleans, the Rams 26-3. I thought Jared Goff played a really, really, really good game after the first half. He didn't look good in the first half. The second half, he made every throw that needed to be made. But he played really, really well. 297 yards passing. He looked good. Drew Brees 26 of 40 for 249, 2 TDs. I think was overshadowed by the non-call on the pass interference potentially. Saints the game. It's the fact that the Saints only had 200 offense. No one is focusing on that. We're only focusing on one pass interference. The Saints had 290 yards of offense. That's why they lost the game. Had 290 yards worth of offense. That's why they lost the game. They had about 50 yards rushing. That's why they lost the game. That's why. And in overtime, they had a chance. They got the ball first. They threw an interception. That's why they lost the football game. That's why. That's why they lost. You could talk about how that wasn't, but there was several missed calls in the game on both sides. I'm not gonna sit here and let you people. I'm not gonna sit here and let you people blame the refs for missing one call when they missed 12 during the whole game. All of these calls are important. Just because it happens in the last moment and at the very critical moments of the game does not change the fact that they missed calls throughout the whole game. You can't go back and say, well, they missed that one in the first quarter, it don't matter. And then say in the fourth quarter, they missed that one. Oh, it's the worst egregious call in the history of football. It's the worst ever. It's multiple calls throughout the football game. That's how it goes. That's human error. That's how that works. And it's been going on since the beginning of time in the sports. This is how it goes. You can sit here and cry if you want to. I mean, it hurts for the Saints. It always sucks when you're on the wrong end of these bad calls. But that's how it goes. And you people out here who have certain favorites that you want to win, you get more upset because the call went against the team that you want to win. That's not how it works. You're not as up in arms about the call that the Rams that went against the Rams because you didn't want the Rams to win. So you can't have it both ways. And I'm not gonna say you have you people call me and tell me all of this nonsense about officiating, about conspiracy. I don't do conspiracies. Please don't call me with it. Don't do it. Not end well for you, but not end well for you at all. Don't call my show talking about no damn conspiracies. Do not do it. I don't play that. Don't do it. Not how it works. Obviously, everybody loves Drew Brees. We get it. We want Drew Brees to win. We get it. They were at home. We get it. And 9 out of 10, you get that call at home. You do. And when I saw it live, got there early. But I thought it was bang, but he got there early. But then when you see it from the back angle, like he got there super early, didn't make no play on the ball. So it was an egregious missed call. But they have been egregious missed calls again in all sports throughout the walk of life. As a Braves fan, I ain't got to tell you about egregious calls. They won World Series when Kent Hurtback threw run got off third base. Hey, that happened. That was a missed call. That changed the whole course of a series. The Braves could have been World Series champion in '91 if it wasn't for that play. See, that's what I'm talking about. I know about egregious calls, and they work both ways. Just live with it. You move on. It happens. They're never gonna be a perfect game. The only time it'll be a perfect game officiated I don't know if that's perfect or not. Just don't throw a flag at all the whole game. You throw a flag the whole game. Now, would it go back and say, yo, you missed something? Obviously, there was some penalties in this game. You just chose not to throw your flag. Is that a good thing? I don't know. But don't call me and don't comment with me about no officiating that cost the Saints the game. What cost the Saints the game was having 290 yards worth of offense. What cost the Saints the game is not having only 50 yards rushing on the day. That's what cost the Saints. That's what cost them the game. 26-23 Rams. Rams are heading to the Super Bowl. Big up to Jared Goff. Big up to C.J. Anderson for coming in because obviously Todd Gurley is not 100% healthy because C.J. Anderson got the bulk of the carries yesterday. So Todd Gurley is clearly not 100%. So big up to him. Big up to Ndamukong Suh. Haven't played well all season. Also, you didn't even know he was on the Rams because he had that much little impact throughout the season. But he showed up yesterday. He showed up big yesterday in a couple key stops. Got to the quarterback, hurt Drew Brees. He played a well of a game yesterday. I know the Rams are glad to have Akeem Speed back. He pass defense a lot. He makes their pass defense significantly better when he's out there on the field. So hey, I'm not gonna proclaim that Saints should be here and the Rams don't deserve it. I'm not gonna be that guy. They deserve it. They won the game. They're here. So deal with it, people. Now, if you have a different take, you can call and tell me what's your thoughts on this game, Rams and Saints. I know a lot of you have a lot of things to say about this game, and hey, free phone lines open already. 864-378-5943. 864-378-5943. You know what this is? Sentell. Right here on YouTube. We're talking about Rams and Saints right now. We're gonna get to that second game in just a moment. But I just don't want to hear people claiming it's an asterisk. It's undeserving of the Rams. They shouldn't be here. Blah, 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 and blah, and blah. No, that's not how it works. They are here. They earned it. They got there. So cry all you want about a call, but several missed. So get over yourselves. Get over it. On to the nightcap. And, oh, okay. Yeah, I failed to mention that. Rams, that game, like I did. In the second game, it was the Patriots over the Chiefs, 37-31. What another great football game. Just great. The Patriots get out to a 14-0 lead, jump out early. Sony Michel looking like the second coming of Barry Sanders. All of a sudden, Patriots are a running team, 2 tight end sets, and they just hand it to Sony Michel, and he's just gashing the Chiefs up and down the field. Chiefs make a comeback. Let's go 24 unanswered points at one point. And this game ends up going to overtime where Tom Brady, the greatest all time. GOAT Tom Brady. And I know you people, I know you people, what you want people want. I know you want to call in here and criticize me. I get it. Because I did pick. I picked against the Patriots 2 weeks in a row. I did that. I would sit here and be the first to say that I was wrong. Tom Brady just sensational yesterday. Made every throw that had to be made in that second half, and in that 3 third down conversions on that last drive. Masterful performance by the greatest of all time. There's no other way to put that. He is the greatest quarterback to ever play the game. I'm not sure he's not the greatest football player ever. There would never, ever, ever be nothing like Tom Brady in for his talent with the accomplishments. You're talking about 9 Super Bowl appearances. 9. There's 9. That's not. There may be 2-3 franchises who've been to 9 Super Bowls as a franchise. As a whole. This guy's going to his 9th Super Bowl. 9. That is just impossible. That's impossible. There's no other way to put that. It's impossible to do. It's not possible to go to 9 Super Bowls. One man to go to 9 Super Bowls in 19 years. That is insane. And if he wins the Super Bowl, he have 6, which is just mind-boggling. But Brady numbers, he was 30 of 46, 348, a touchdown. He did have 2 picks. Like I mentioned, Sony Michel, he was good yesterday. The total off, they had over 500 yards with the offense. So, Chiefs' problem throughout the season, what most believe would be their biggest Achilles heel, it showed up yesterday. You gotta wonder how much they missed Kareem Hunt yesterday. That has to be said. How much did they miss Kareem? Because the Patriots total yards for 524 yards. And I told you the defense they gave up 176 yard rushing. And I always tell you guys, get in the playoffs, in most of the NFL, college football, biggest games, can you run the ball and can you stop the run? Especially in the NFL. So they give up 176 yards rushing, and they only have 12 yards rushing. That won't do it. That'll get you beat every time. That will get you every time. If a team outrushes you by 150 plus yards, you're gonna lose. You're going to lose because that team dominates time possession, and clearly they're moving the ball because you can't stop them. Now Mahomes ended up 16-31 for 295, 3 TDs. I mean, he was good. He had his moments, let him down late in the game to get the field goal, to tie it, to send it to overtime. So, and we wonder what would have happened if he had got a chance to get the ball in overtime. We'll never know. And God, for you people out there crying about the overtime rules, just shut the hell up now. Just stop. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Now, years ago, we changed the rule from overtime because people were mad that teams would flip the coin, get the ball, field goal, 30-yard kick a field goal, game over. Changed the rule. They made it, hey, if you kick a field goal in the first possession, that other team gets a chance to get the ball, go down and or go to touchdown, opening drive, wins the game. And I am fine with that. I'm okay with that. You can't stop a team from going 75 yards. You don't deserve to win. Period. Point blank. It's simple. It's easy to understand. You have a chance to go to the Super Bowl. You know what you got to do defensively. You got to stop this guy going 75 yards on you. And you couldn't do it. So I'm supposed to feel bad for you. I'm supposed to want to change the rules because you can't get off the field, because you can't stop anybody. Nah, we're not changing this rule. I hope the NFL don't even listen to you people. These people are crazy. Oh, it's not fair. They didn't get to touch the ball in overtime. Tough shit. Get a stop. And they had a couple of chances to get stops on the last drive. That would have been a potential, would have ended the game on an interception. But they had a defensive end who was clearly looking at the ball, lined up offsides. But we'll blame the refs for that. It's the refs' fault that the DN lined up in the neutral zone. And it's clear as day he's lined up in the neutral zone. Clear as day. But we want to blame the refs for that. That's what we want to do. We want to blame the refs on that. But the guy lined up all sides. So the Chiefs had every chance to get a stop, to get the ball back to Patrick Mahomes. They didn't do it. I'm not changing the rule. If I'm in the NFL, don't listen to these people. That's how it goes. Tough shit. Stop whining. Stop crying. It happened. Can't stop Brady all day. Stop it. Where it goes. Everybody's sensitive when they lose. They want to change rules and cry. No, let's just get over it. You lost. Stop making excuses. Stop blaming the refs. You lost. If it was if the game was called one way, the other was just one-sided, I can have a point. But when the game is both sides are poorly officiated, the war yesterday, because they were both games poorly officiated, but it was on both sides. You can't determine your level of anger by when the penalty happened. Can't just be because it happened. Oh, it happened in the fourth quarter, so it's more egregious than the one that happened first. That's not how it goes. That's not how it goes. That's not how it works. But it's interesting. We had this matchup, Super Bowl Rams Patriots, because the Patriots started their dynasty by beating the Rams. The dynasty started by beating the Rams when at the time the Patriots were the underdog, the team that wasn't supposed to be there. The Rams were the juggernaut that were looking for back-to-back championships, and we thought it was going to be a cakewalk. And most people I knew came to school claiming to be Rams fans at that moment. And sure enough, the Patriots upset the Rams in a great Super Bowl with an Adam Vinatieri field goal kick. This is back when, like I said, the Patriots was Brady stepped in for Bledsoe. This was this magical run. They hold the greatest show on turf to way below the season total in points and yards. This is the game where most Rams fans believe, and Rams players will tell you they think that Patriots cheated and take their walkthroughs and their practices. So, but with that, regardless of that, that's where the Patriots dynasty started, and it's interesting because I'll have a pick in a couple of weeks about this game, but I think that's where the dynasty started with this game. I think the dynasty ends one way or other. The dynasty ends. Because if I see the Patriots win, I think Tom Brady retires. Patriots lose, I think they don't get back to another Super Bowl. So either way, the dynasty ends this next week at the Super Bowl. One way or the other, good or bad, the dynasty comes to an end. So, but what a run by Belichick and Brady. One thing about it, I tip my cap to greatness and excellence, and this is the greatest dynasty in football history. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna go ever because there's some teams in basketball who did crazy things. Bill Walton, CLA Bruin, like 10 11 championships and some crazy stuff like that, and Boston Celtics back in the day with Bill Russell, they won a boatload of championships, but there was only 8 teams. So I won't go there of all time dynasties. This is definitely the greatest dynasty in fair history, and it won't be duplicated. It will never be duplicated again. You'll never seen that. So appreciate it. That's why you gotta live in the moment. You have to appreciate these kind of players and these teams. You have to, instead of spending your days hating. Hate. They hate greatness. I don't understand how you hate greatness. I don't understand how you don't appreciate excellence. You would rather hate on excellence and greatness instead of appreciate it, applaud greatness when you see it. I don't know what's wrong with our society. It's like to hate on great players. We like to hate on great teams. It's just in our heart to hate. There's no reason to hate. Appreciate, respect it, and admire it. Admire it. I would, what I wouldn't give to have a run like this for the real Patriots fan, because look, I'm not gonna get off this. I'm not gonna get into your. I'm not gonna grill some of you on your fandom because I know some of you Johnny come lately, fair weather type guys. So I'm not going to keep people. But the real Patriots fan, you know who your real Patriots fans are. You know the guy been there from the beginning. Not just after they won their first Super Bowl, not just after they won back-to-back Super Bowls in 04, 03, and 04. Not those fans. The ones who were there when Drew Bledsoe was there. The ones who were there then. The ones who were there in the mid-90s when they made that Super Bowl run. Some of you go back to when they made their Super Bowl run in the 80s, but I'm not going to hold that again. But I'm not going to applaud you guys who jumped on the ship after they won back-to-back in 03 and 04. I'm not going to give you satisfaction of it. Don't deserve it. You can have it. You can hang on to it, but I want you to keep that same energy next 20 years. I want you to have that same energy. I want you to be boasting for the next 20 years. Ultimately, because ultimately it's going to come to an end. This dynasty is going to end. Brady's going to retire. Belichick's going to go on, and they're going to be back in the basement. I want you guys to have that same energy. I want that from you. I need that, because to me, I've been a fan for 25 years. I've been through the good, and I've definitely been through the horrible seasons as of late. It's in the last 10 to 15. So I want you guys to keep that same energy now. Keep that same energy. I need you. Rams, Patriots, down in the Georgia. Benz Dome in a couple of weeks. Interesting. Fun. Want to get in? Hey, phone line is 864-378-5940. 864-378-5943. We want to get here and talk about the NFL championship games from yesterday. Like I said, two really good games. I know a lot of people are focusing the officiating, but I'm not. I'm not a officiating. I'm not gonna do that. Both teams that won deserve to win, and they're going to Super Bowl. Deserve to go to Super Bowl. So I'm not. Transition to college hoops. Back and a rundown of the weekend of college basketball action. But over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday games. Obviously the big matchup of the weekend. Duke took on Virginia. At the time, the number one ranked Duke versus number 4 ranked Virginia Cavaliers. Duke gets the win 72-70. Really good basketball game. Two teams look like two top 5 teams. They look like they played the part. Duke was their point guard Trey Jones, R.J. Barrett, and Zion Williamson kind of led the way. They just play a lot of NBA isolation basketball. From the offensive end of Duke standpoint, there was not a lot of movement. It was a lot of one-on-one NBA type isolation basketball. That's what it was. I mean, Barrett and Zion, they scored about 90% of Duke's points, and Duke had six assists, scored 72 points. That illustrates how much isolation ball was being played because the ball was not moving. They were just getting the ball to Barrett and Zion, spreading the floor, going one-on-one at Virginia's great defense. And they tore them apart, took them apart. Something that I didn't think could be done against a Virginia defense. Start that ball movement, getting them moving one way would create some opportunity. But I always believe that you get the 70 points against Virginia. I always believe you want the pace up, you want the scoring up, you want to get into the 70s. Anything 70 below, house. I think that's where they want the game at. Those 60s, even high 50s, they want the game now. Get it to 70, your chances go way up against Virginia because they just don't score at that rate. Don't play that way. But I thought it was a good win, especially at home, given the loss Monday night, the previous Monday against Syracuse. Good win by the Blue Devils of Virginia. You know my thoughts on Virginia. I think that they're a good basketball team. They're built for the regular season. I don't think they're built for the postseason. Just not a huge fan of their style of play, but I gotta give respect. I respect the program. I respect what they've done. Tony Bennett done. We shall see where both teams go. They play again. In Charlottesville, so we shall see. Let's go down this top 25. North Carolina did win over the weekend. Saturday beat Miami 76. Wisconsin upset Michigan, who suffered their first loss of the year, 64-54. Then the 18th ranked Ole Miss Rebels beat Arkansas 84-67. NC State over Notre Dame 77-73. It was Purdue over 25th ranked Indiana 70-55. It was Tennessee, the number 3 Volunteers basketball, 71-68 over Alabama. It was West Virginia upsetting number 7 Kansas 65-64 in Morgantown. It was Kentucky over a tough Auburn team 82-80, 12th ranked Kentucky Wildcats Tigers. It was number 9 Virginia Tech over Wake Forest 87-71. Baylor upsets number 8 Texas Tech 62. Houston, the number 21st ranked Houston Bulls knocked off South Florida Bulls 69-60. Texas upset 20th ranked Oklahoma 75-72. Mississippi State knocked off Vanderbilt. Number 10 Nevada beat Air Force 67-52, and number 5 ranked Gonzaga Portland 6. your top 10 AP rankings. Number one team in the country now. The number one team in the country now is the Tennessee Volunteers. That's right, I said Tennessee Volunteers. The Tennessee Volunteers are the number one team in the country, and they got to give a lot of shout to Rick Barnes. I mean, I've seen this team play twice, and they look legit. They look like the real deal. They can compete with anybody in the country. They have some really good players. Bet Rick Barnes and with the job he's done at Tennessee. This is supposedly a football school, and they got number one ranked basketball team. At number 2 is the Duke Blue Devils. At number 3 is Virginia. At number 4 is Gonzaga. At number 5 is Michigan. At number 6 is Michigan State. At number 7 is Nevada. At number 8 is Kentucky. At number 9 is Kansas. And at number 10 is Virginia Tech. Again, Virginia Tech. And right now, very moment is UNC and getting blown out. Good win for UNC, 83-59. Dominated. Michigan State has beat Maryland 69-55. So they stay hot. They have been super hot again. Later on the night, it'll be Kansas versus ranked Iowa State Cyclones. So, hey, that's your top 25 college basketball. It's been pretty exciting. Get more into basketball, go along. We'll talk more college basketball on this program as we pull away from football. We got one more football game left, and then we go college basketball, NBA, and so we'll be heavy on the NBA, heavy on the college basketball out the 1st of February. There we go. Let's get into a little NBA. We had a return Friday night. Boogie Cousins. Right, Boogie Cousins. Perennial All-Star. Big man, one of the best big men in the NBA. He finally made his debut for the Golden State Warriors on Friday night, which means that we all knew Golden State was clear-cut favorite to win it all. But now they bring in Boogie to the fold. He only played about 15 minutes, but he had 14.6 rebounds and 3 assists. About 15 minutes, found out. Clearly a little rusty. Game time action. But I mean, the Warriors rolled in the game as well. But Boogie Cousins. This is another reminder. You can plug in another All-Star. This got to be the first time in NBA history that a team has started 5 All-Stars. I'm willing to bet that that's the first time in the NBA's history that a team has started 5 All-Stars. So now, if you checking at home, you scoring at home. This is the Warriors starting lineup for you people scoring, if you're scoring at the house. At point guard, the 2-time MVP of the league, Steph Curry, who was the greatest shooter that ever played basketball. At the 2 guard position, you have Klay Thompson, who was an elite wing defender and a top 5 all-time shooter in the league of all time. At the small forward position, you had the second greatest player in the NBA right now, Kevin Durant, 6 foot, whatever, 10, 11. Who cares? Just can score anyway. I ever. At the 4, you have a defensive Wiz and Draymond Green, and also has been an All-Star before, has won Defensive Player of the Year before. And at center now, you have a 7-foot big who has averaged double digits every year he's been in the league. So, and has been an All-Star. So there you have it, people. There you have it. It's the Warriors versus the rest of the NBA, and it would be, you could put probably the next maybe five best of the NBA players against the team. I think the game would be very, very competitive. I think it's competitive. It's just crazy. It's crazy. Warriors, haven't played their best ball, but it's to be expected going through the motions. But I think Boogie kind of gives them excitement because it's like, oh, we got a big who can play. Let him get his legs up under him and kind of focus the offense around him. Let him do his thing out the way and then get serious again when playoffs start. There's no need to be serious right now. There's no threat. Even with their Warriors are currently the number 1 team in the Western Conference. I said all of that. All of that It's going on. And yet they're still the number one team in the Western Conference. And they haven't played really well, particularly well. They have 14 losses, which is, for them, 14 losses for them is crazy. I just. And speaking of which, they've won 7 in a row. So they've won 7 in a row. They get Boogie back. And they're going through the motions. And we all know they're going through the motions. We all know that they don't care from time to time, game to game. They don't care. They get up for certain big games. They'll be up tonight, even though no LeBron did beat them. Lakers did beat them early in the season, so they will be up a little bit tonight. So expect them to come out. They really will. Not a statement type performance, but just to let them know, just to let the Lakers know that you need LeBron. Just to let y'all know the old y'all handles. Got LeBron, but you gotta get credit to Lakers. I mean, they've struggled at times. They lost the other night to the Rockets in overtime. Again, probably should have. They played okay without Bron. Young guys have looked good. I think Kyle Kuzma has asserted himself as that next guy. Bi had done some nice things. Hart is a really good player, but now Lonzo Ball is out 4 to 6 weeks. So really, if you look at the Lakers season, there's a lot of they haven't been together throughout the whole year. Early in the season, Bi got suspended. Rondo got suspended. Rondo got hurt. He comes back. Rondo gets hurt again. Bron gets hurt. Rondo gets hurt. I mean, so now Lonzo's hurt. So for the Lakers, it's just you wonder around about February or March, can they just get everybody healthy and together just to see what they have? I don't know. They really haven't had their whole team together, so you really don't know what you have with them. Right now, they're outside of the playoffs. The playoffs start today. But have zero doubt won't be in the playoffs. I have zero doubt about that. And they'll be high in the 8th seed. I thought they'd be a top 4 seed before the injuries. I think that may be hard to do. They still got a chance. Injuries have hurt. If you're just tuning in, you know what this is. Sentell right here live on YouTube. I am the sensational Sentell. Just chilling on Overreaction Monday. Talk a little NFL conference game, clearly. About bad efficiency, clearly. Went through the college basketball weekend scores. Didn't get in depth with a lot of games. Got in depth with the Duke game a bit. But if you want to talk about that or any other games, you can. And then we talk a little NBA. Boogie Cousins back. And I'm praying for the rest of it. About all I can say. Just pretty much all you can say. All you can say. If you got in late, we started the program. Special way we recognize MLK Day in the Great Mall. If you want that, you have to watch this program again, and you can that opening of the show. Only here for a few minutes. Hopefully get a phone call. Hopefully get some comments. Fill in this time before I head out. I know, like I said, I know Tar Heels will play. I know there's a lot of Tar Heel fans that game, but that game should have turned it off by now. They've been up by 100 points. So that game is over. NBA action, a big slew of people probably tune into NBA action. I think that the Rockets taking on the Sixers and a couple other good NBA games on this. Maybe that's where we at right now. Some more NBA. Carmelo Anthony. Signed with the Chicago Bulls earlier today. I think they're probably So okay, they traded him. The Rockets traded. I thought, yeah. Well, he will go. He will go on waivers. Bulls will wait. So then you gotta ask yourself, who does he fit with? Who does he belong with? Does anybody want him at this point? What do you do with Carmelo? Not willing to accept a bench role per se. His style of play is seemingly a dying breed in this league now. I think I don't see where he can go at right now. Don't see what value he brings to, because he doesn't defend, spread the floor, be able to shoot, but he can't catch and shoot. He's not a catch and shoot type of shooter. He needs the ball in his hand, and an isolation ball you can have it at spurts, but in this day and age, the ball is about ball movement. And they space the floor, do things off the bounce. Not about backing a guy down for 20 seconds. Not about standing there dribbling for 20 seconds and shooting a 15-foot jump. This is just not how the game is really played right now. So I don't know. Just don't know, Melo. I mean, LA, LeBron connection. People gonna talk about that. Maybe with the injury situation, they might want to bring him in just to add some depth. I don't like him like that. I don't know. I see that Brooklyn. I don't. No, I'm not interested at all. Like I'm zero interested in Melo. Now, okay, from a business standpoint, okay, yeah, because he's from New York, he would create some buzz. He put some butts in the seats. But I don't know from a playing standpoint, no, he doesn't fit at all what we do, because this team is definitely not about isolation whatsoever. The ball really moves in this offense, and we have a lot of guys who space the floor, we have guys who can shoot, and we have went to the way of the NBA today. This is how we play. I mean the Brooklyn Nets. I am a Brooklyn Nets fan. For you people out there, legit Brooklyn Nets. Okay, I'm a fan. I just can't see that working. Again, I say, I don't know where fit is with Carmelo. Um, Portland on here as a possibility. They could use a three. They could use a guy like that. They don't really have a guy. They have Mo Harkless, John Layman, at the three. So I mean, but another guy, because you look at their backcourt, Dame Lillard, CJ McCollum, those guys are really just, they have to have the ball in their hands to get their shots. They're not catch and shoot type shooters. I don't know how well that will work. Just don't know. You have an idea. You have a potential fit for Carmelo Anthony. You let me know. I have no answers. I have no answers for Carmelo Anthony. I really don't. I wish him well. I wish him the best and hope that he can find something. Um, I really do. So, you know, whole question getting close to the end. Thoughts in the poll question was, should the NFL make possible pass interference calls reviewable? I say hell no, all the way around. About a game that would last all day on judgment calls? No. Judgment calls? No. Can't have that. What's next? You gonna review holding every time? Really? Gonna review holding? Can't have this. You don't want to turn a game to lasting 5 hours because you every free. Human error is a part of the game. It's got to get over it. Got to get over it. And the people who cry are people who just, they're crying because the call went against the team that they wanted to win. They don't hit us when their team benefits from a bad call. They don't post about oh, we had a bad call uh, uh, that went against the other team that we were playing. And you don't hear about that. You don't hear that frustration there. They don't see if you what you don't you're gonna accept something in the good times, you gotta accept it in the bad times too. Don't come on here talking about bad calls and all of this and want to change the rules when it happens against something against who if you ain't gonna do the same when you benefiting from bad calls. So don't do that. So I'm not gonna let you do it and I'm not gonna hear it. But I get those poll questions results in about 8 minutes because almost as soon as this show be over, I'm gonna hang out for four. I'm gonna hang out to the end. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna hang out to the end. So, Overreaction Monday. I'm not. I haven't been on as much as of late. Been a little busy. Work, so I'm busy. Promise you guys, get back on it. I'm gonna be here a little bit more often than I've been here lately. Promise you guys, be here. But anyway, tuning in. Appreciate you too. Oh, I just feel free to leave a comment. Feel free to say anything. Make a statement. Feel free to call in if you want to. Anything you want to do. Right here. It don't have to be about what we talked about tonight. It could be about anything. Anything in the world of sports. About if we can talk about it. We'll start talking more NBA basketball as the football season winds down. One football game left down in Atlanta. Super Bowl. Wait, good game. Rams, Patriots, Golf, Brady, Sean McVay, the genius, young Sean McVay, the young upstart against the old wise veteran Bill Belichick. Should be, you that week off to prep. So see what these guys come up with and have the kind of game plan. Got to come up. But I thought Belichick was brilliant yesterday. It didn't hold off long, but they kept the Chiefs off balance yesterday, offensively and defensively, for a while. They kind of kept the Chiefs guessing. Held the check for a little while. They had 7 points in the first half. They ended up scoring 24 in the second half, but they had 7 in the first half. So they did a good job. Thought defensively of confusing Holmes early. They did contain the run. So they did some, again, give Belichick time the game. They can come on. Brilliant. He is brilliant. So we'll get to see what Sean McVay come up with in this break. I'll be interested to see what kind of game plan he comes up with. Talking about the boy genius versus the Belichick. This is a matchup I'm really interested in seeing matchups, game plans for both teams to attack the other. Now we all know what everybody's gonna say. Those people are gonna pick most people, but most people are gonna say that the more talented roster, which could be true. But last 2 weeks, I don't think offensively that we all say that more talent. We'll say that, but that system, those guys that play in the Patriot system, they're made for that system, and they really damn good at that system. They make that system work. They do their damn jobs. They do it very, very, very well, as you can attest to yesterday. In that situation, they don't have a Julio. They don't have a Antonio Brown. They don't have a Mike Evans. They don't have a AJ. They don't have those people. But in that game yesterday, would you rather have somebody at that moment than Julian Edelman? Would you really who would you rather have in that moment yesterday than Julian Edelman? Because he's gonna make every damn play to be made, and you knew where he was going. You knew where he was going. And I can't say enough about Gronk yesterday. He's looked old and slow and beat up all season, but on the game's biggest plays, he made them. He went up over Eric Berry once. Then he caught a big slant on Eric Berry on a big play in the game. So, I mean, who do you want in those situations? You can say the Patriots don't have those type of guys or all of that situation, but Who would you want in a situation, man? You've seen these guys over and over again make play. You've seen Julian Edelman over and over in these playoff scenarios make big catch after big catch and continue and don't know how he does it. But yet he continues to he gets open. You just gotta tip your cap to Brady, Belichick, and the guys in that system. They are a machine. And like again, I said, you will never see anything else like it again in sports, especially in football, especially in the NFL where it's designed. They have free agency. They have a salary cap that is designed to have parity. That is designed to keep teams from winning multiple chips. They started this after the Steelers in the 70s with their dynasty. The Niners of the 80s, Cowboys of the 90s. They started this to prevent those type of things from happening. Because if you remember, 70s, they still had all the great players. The 80s, the 49ers had all the great players. The 90s, the Cowboys had all the best players. So they salary cap to prevent teams from having all the best players so they don't win multiple championships. So you don't have what you have in the NBA. So that's basically trying to have parity. And the Patriots to have done this in this era of free agency, that's what makes this even more special and great and won't happen again because of that. In those era, you could stack up great players. You could go sign all the best players, and if the best players want to play for you, you could just sign them. You could have them all, and that's how the great teams were winning. Then, not to take away from them, but those teams had the best players. You expected those teams to win because they had the best players, and for the Patriots to do it, they have the best player. They sprinkle in a couple of good pieces around him. Then you put the brain, the trust of Bill Belichick. And they make it work because you look defensively, they don't have no superstar. They got one really good individual player, and that's Stephon Gilmore. He's the only Pro Bowl on the team defensively. They got a bunch of guys defensively. They got a bunch of guys that probably wouldn't be good nowhere else but New England. But it just works because they take certain guys, maybe lesser talented guys, but who's going to do their job right, who are coachable, and they take those guys and they mold them how they want to mold them, and they just do what they're supposed to do. Bill Belichick has this thing where he said, "Do your job," and that's what they do. They do their jobs. That's what they do. What they all do. That's what they do, man. And just gotta tip your cap to them. You can hate if you want. That's fine. It's in your heart. That's what's in your heart. Hate. You can do it. I'm not going to do it, even though I picked against them last 2 weeks. But I also picked them in the Super Bowl last year and picked them throughout most of the year last year. And you know why? Because the things I just said. The things I just said. That's why you never want to bet against them. You never do. Poll results should be up. The poll results now get out of here. Okay, yeah. Should the NFL make possible pass interference call reviewable? 67% say no. 33% say yes. So 67% of you have sense. Again, you review pass interference, then you gotta start reviewing every holding call, every face man. I mean, you can't have it. Like you just can't have it. You have 6-hour football games. You can't have it. Human error is a part of the game. You gotta deal with it. You gotta just deal with it. Take it how it go. I'll be back Friday. I don't know what time yet. I'll be back Friday. Like I said, we'll start talking more about NBA, college basketball, getting a whole lot of different things. Whatever you guys want to get to on this show, start getting away from football. But football never ends. College football, signing day period about to come up. The period about to come. Coaching changes in college football. Talk about the NFL coaching changes that has happened recently as well. A lot of things we can talk about right here on the podcast, period. I want to thank everybody for tuning in on this ML on this MLK holiday. Had a real good time doing the show today. Not much else to talk about, but I just appreciate all of you guys getting in, watching the show. Yeah, I'll be here. I will be here. I have things to talk about. I'll find things. In the world of sports, and thank everyone for tuning in. You have watched the best damn sports podcast, the hottest sports podcast in the South. This has been Sentell's Intel. You know I am the sensational Sentell Whiteman. I will see you guys next time. I am out. Peace. Do you feel the